Yo, what up, how you doing, guys? My name is Sanj and welcome to another edition of the monthly favourites video, this time featuring my birthday month, March. Now, because this was my birthday month, I ended up picking up quite a fair few more than I would usually, and so I was actually debating whether to do just a pickup video with showcasing all my recent pickups and then do a separate favourites video. So instead, what I've decided to do is kind of narrow down the stuff that I've picked up and only show you guys the best. I mean, I'm not going to show you everything I pick up all the time anyway. So for this video, I went to two locations, one being the Bicester Village, which is an outlet based in Bicester, which is just around Oxford. So picked up 3 pieces from there, and then I attended a sample sale pretty much very early on during the month of March, and I picked up a fair few bits from there. So I'm going to show you guys some pickups from those two places and then talk about my favourite movies, music, amongst other things that has taken place this month. So for the first pickup of the month, this was acquired at the sample sale that I went to, and it's this beautiful Lanvin knitted sort of jersey blazer. Could pass as a cardigan. Really clean piece, real simple. A piece that you can wear obviously very formally, but at the same time, because of the jersey material to it and the slightly relaxed approach and fit, can be worn quite casually. So you just chuck it on over a t-shirt or a shirt if you wish. Personally, I would go more for a t-shirt vibe. Got it for an absolute bargain. I believe this retailed for something along the lines of £500, and it literally sample sales, especially this one. I believe it was a staff sample sale in a massive department store here in London, and a lot of the garments that they had for sale were either faulty or they just, I don't know why they were there, but either way, this one was a 40 piece, so the 2 buttons here actually completely fell off. They weren't attached, and to be fair, it is due to the design process of this piece. It's attached in a very weird manner, so I took them. Fortunately though, the buttons were still there, so I could just take them to my tailor, get it repaired. Got it for an absolute bargain, and then I believe tailoring on top of that cost 20 quid. So all in all, paid under £40 for a piece that essentially cost something along the lines of £500 or £600. So this is Lanvin jersey blazer in a size small as well. Not, I mean, usually I would have gone for medium, but this fits fine, and plus in that sort of space you kind of just pick it and go. So boom, that's the first item. Next up, there's a piece that you might have already seen. It is this Fendi long sleeve t-shirt. Now, I only found out it was a t-shirt after reading the label. I actually thought it was just like a really thin jumper featuring the Fendi monster with mohair, I think that's what it's called. Once again, acquired for an absolute bargain, and it was because it is faulty. This one has a slight, I don't know if you'll be able to see it from there, I'm going to try and catch the light, a slight hole just there, which equates to it being somewhere along the lines of in this sort of area, so you definitely cannot see it. I for one didn't even notice it when I had it on. It was only after I hung it up and I was like, hold on, there must be a reason why it went for so cheap, and it genuinely did look hard. And I found this hole. Could have gone to the tailor, but I just didn't care at this point, and I still don't. So you can't see it. Super soft to the touch. It's got the Fendi button tag at the bottom, monster here. This was a size, I want to say 50, which equates to a large. Yeah, so this is a size 50, which equates to a large. Still fits really nicely. I mean, I'm a more of a medium. I guess this fits slightly oversized, but nothing too drastic. And for the final piece that I acquired at the sample sale is this Armani Collezioni, pronounced it super wrong, whatever, I give it my spin, in a size 48. This is a women's shirt, but man, I told you, I don't care if it's a women's shirt, men's shirt, it looks sick, the colour is absolutely beautiful. So you've got this slightly peachy, almost pale pink feel to it, rounded collars. To be fair, you wouldn't even be able to tell it's a women's shirt if it wasn't for A, the rounded collar, and B, oh, now that I can do this, yes. Wait, let me hide behind. You see this button? This is kind of the giveaway when it comes to women's shirt. When you see that button, it's usually a women's shirt. So, but I never wear it buttoned up all the way. Leave it obviously usually with like 3 or 4 buttons undone. Chains hanging, tattoo showing, rockstar, living, boom. Don't do that ever again. That's it, yeah man. Real clean, simple shirt. I can't remember quite exactly how much I paid, but it was something along the lines of the Fendi and the Lanvin. So yeah, did I have I thought I had an interesting story for this, but maybe I don't. So moving on from the pickups from the sample sale, I decided to go to Bicester Village, which is, as I mentioned in the introduction, a outlet store village type thing based in Bicester, which is just off Oxford, not too far from London, about an hour drive, and then I think might be around the same time train. They've got some great stores in there. I mean, talking Gucci, Burberry, Saint Laurent, All Saints, Sandro, Couples, I believe, Balenciaga. Basically, they've got a hell of a lot of stores. They've got an amazing selection, and obviously sometimes you might strike gold, sometimes it's just there's nothing there. And so I went to All Saints, managed to pick up 2 shirts. They had an offer going on. These are, I'm just going to show you them both at the same time because they're fairly similar and there's no point me talking about each individually. This one, as you can see with the body, it flows super easily. It's almost that sort of silky viscose blending. Size medium, really nice print. I believe the original RRP was £98 and I ended up paying something along the lines of 50. Size medium, true to size. You know how I like my shirts, slightly flowy, just banging. Next up we have the second flannel from All Saints in a size large this time, just because this one seems to fit slightly more fitted in a weird way. I tried the medium, it's a bit too fitted for my liking, so I went large. It does give off that slightly oversized look to it, which I kind of like. And that's it man, really nice print. They've got a hell of a lot of other shirts as well, so if you're based around the area or you can get your hands, or you can get to Bicester Village, sorry, then definitely do take a look. And now for the final fashion pickup that I have to show you in this video are these pair, is this pair of boots from Saint Laurent. This was from the Fall Winter 13 Wyatt leather boots without the harness. Real clean pair of boots. Now quick little story, before I even went to Bicester, and the reason why I went to Bicester was I saw these boots on Grailed off a user. We worked out a good price and I was like, cool, I'm about to bite the bullet, let me just check my local sort of outlet store, and then if I see something there, then unfortunately I'm going to have to pass on yours. If not, then I'll literally pay you there and then we can do the transaction. His boots were exactly these ones for £400, not even 400, sorry, it was something along the lines of £420, £430. I went to the SLP outlet. I wanted a pair of clean leather boots with very minimal, if not next to nothing, detailing. Now I know that some of you may say that I have the SLP Combat Ranger boots, but even then they're cool. They're really nice boot, they look sick, they're just a bit too chunky, you can't wear them in formal occasions. So I went to the SLP outlet. Damn, this story's taking forever to be told. Look at the clothes, amazing selection, look at the shoes, and then in the corner of my eye I see these boots. I'm like, hold on a second, were these the ones that I wanted? Asked the sales associate to bring my size. Fortunately they had only 2 sizes left, one of them being mine, which is a 40. Then I pulled up the Grailed listing and checked the barcode of the box against this one. It was exactly the same, so I was like, fucking strike gold there, and I paid £260. So originally it was about to drop 430, ended up paying 260 for this absolutely beautiful leather black Wyatt harnessless boots from Saint Laurent. In sizing, I went down to a size 40, which is what I do with all my Saint Laurent boots. I'm not gonna lie though, these are a little on the tight side. Ideally, I would reckon a 40.5 would have been the one, but I'm sure that the more I wear into it, they will stretch out. Really excited to finally have a pair of boots from the supposed greatest year for Saint Laurent, which is the Fall Winter 13. I mean, if you go on any of the forums or Facebook groups, then everyone always raves about the Fall Winter 13 collection in terms of quality, and I'm not gonna lie, the leather feels absolutely amazing. The zip, surprised. I mean, obviously you've got the exposed zip, it's black, so it's low-key, nobody knows, but at the same time, I would have thought that they might have used, because this has YKK zippers on it, so I would have thought they might have used better zips, but besides that, I'm just perfect. And yeah man, really happy to have them finally in my collection. My Saint Laurent collection is actually growing, it's disgusting, I need to stop. Starting with book recommendation. In my last video, a lot of you guys seem to enjoy that part. So this month, the book that I'm reading is called Please Mr. Postman from Alan Johnson. Oh, here we go. So Alan Johnson was born in May 1950. He was a General Secretary of the General Secretary of the Communication Workers Union before entering Parliament as Labour MP. Yeah, so I read his first book, I believe it was called This Boy. It was an amazing book. I love stories where he goes from rags to riches, and so this was kind of not exactly a sequel, but it's just in the first book he mentions his time as a postman, and so this is kind of going more in depth into it. Really interesting. This fucking thing keeps flying everywhere. Really interesting take on a postman's life back in the late 60s, early 70s. And yeah, if you have any book recommendation, do let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll be happy to take a look at them. I love books and I go through them fairly quickly. It keeps the brain active. Now, as many of you may know, 16th of March was my birthday, and a friend of mine got me this book. Now, I really like it. I'm probably going to lose cool points because I'm going to talk about it. Basically, it's called One Line a Day, a 5-year memory book, and what it does is literally, it has a 5-year lifespan with dates written on them. And basically it was her idea, so it was for me, my friend, and another friend of ours. 3 people. What we wanted to do was kind of every day for the next 5 years, we're going to jot down our memories, or even if it's like a thought, a word, whatever, on that day, and then kind of just do that on a daily basis for 5 years, and hopefully 5 years from the first day that we started, we're just going to exchange books and read it. It sounds mad corny, man, but I like it, I do. So thanks. You know who you are. Thank you very much for this book, and yeah, if you're into mad, corny, lame shit, then then do it, because it is sick. I say corny, lame, but I really enjoy it. I don't care, judge me, don't give a fuck. Next up, I want to talk about music. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, then you see my song selection for my videos. It's kind of all over the place, and so my recommendations, at times, it will either be extreme right or extreme left, depending on what you define as right and left. The artist and album that I want to showcase today are a duo based in London called 808 Inc. I just came across them while searching some ideas for videos in terms of how to creatively do them and shoot them, and they're just absolutely sick, man. For me, don't get me wrong, I love beautiful music with deep lyrics, but the easiest way to get me going is to literally get my head bopping, and the way to do that is just give me a hard beat, and I'm just like the first one to be like, yep, this is sick. It's really hard. Once the beat is sick, it's really hard for you to shit on it by having shit lyrics. The first song that I listened to from these guys was called Crooked Bad. It's from their album called Billy's Home. It's an album or an EP. It's on Spotify, I'm sure it's on iTunes as well. Sick, man, like definitely check them out. I'll leave their album artwork somewhere here. It's called Crooked Bad. That's an amazing song. They've got loads of other great songs in there. There's a playlist on Spotify called Cali Fire. Sick, like banging. You've got the old school, the new school. It's just, if you're into hip hop, then you would definitely like that. And then 808 Inc, Cali Fire. just randomly pick those off my recently played Spotify list. And my final favourites were my movies. Now, unfortunately, as of recently, I haven't actually been to check out any new movies. I do have tickets to go see Batman vs Superman at the IMAX next weekend. I know that that movie has received a lot of negative reviews. I don't care. I mean, to me, it's an action flick, so if it's packed with action and fight, I'm happy. I'm not expecting like a major plot. I didn't read the comics, so I don't know exactly what happens, although these days, if you're on social media, you pretty much know the ending, the beginning, the middle of every movies, which is a shame. But anyway, super looking forward to that. But yeah, my movies this month, I mean, it's been slacking. I've been watching old movies. If you want, I can give you, well, I'm sure everyone has seen it, a movie that have rewatched it recently called The Blind Side. It's just such a sick movie. Yeah, definitely check it out. I mean, I'm not gonna go into the movie. Basically, a dude that goes to this college, I wanna say, or it might be high school. I don't know, American schooling system confuses me. But basically, dude, not an orphan, but just from a damaged background, if you wish to say, gets sort of picked up by a family, great family, and then they kind of, see, I just give the most shittest movie summary in the world. Definitely check it out, man. I'll leave the trailer in the link down below. It's called The Blind Side. Sick. I think Sandra Bullock. Sandra won an Oscar for it, and she looks banging. That's got to be a reason why you got to watch a movie as well. So, Blind Side, check it out. Superman, Batman review coming up next week. Nah, I'm not doing that. What else is there? By the time this video gets released, I might have already reached 10,000 subscribers. If that's the case, thank you ever so much, man. I really appreciate it. It's a massive number. And yes, I will put out a video asking for your Q&A questions. But genuinely, man, thank you. 10,000 is a huge number, and I just hope for it to just keep on going. And yeah, I'm aching so much, man. Pain. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, man. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Peace. Opening, so boot opening if you want to call it. As you can see, well, it's a bit hard to see, but as you can see, if I'm